Alright, well, we're kind of out here being one with nature and all. That's a lie. I'm just sitting on a curb. Some trees behind me. Well, anyways, we're going to do some testing today of the OnePlus 8 Pro's cameras. Well, the front one, not much testing you can really do with that. It's only 1080p is what it is. I'm shooting on that now. I do have it horizontal, so that way it won't mess up the video when I switch to the rear, because most people are probably going to hold their phone horizontal when they take video. So anyways, we're going to do a couple main tests. We are not going to do 60 frames though, mainly because 4K has a 5-minute limit on 60 frames, so we're just going to bypass that altogether. We'll do 1080p. We'll do stabilization because that'll work for the ultra stabilization for that. We'll try HDR, then we'll jump to 4K, and then the Sin, don't know much about that myself. We'll give that a try. Some cars going by there. Probably like, what is this? This weirdo doing? Probably end up seeing him on the news. But all right, we're going to commence the testing. Come on. So we are going to actually do a front camera. See, it's so weird shooting on this with the front camera and horizontal because of where the camera is. So you got to kind of get it right. I got it on a little Gorilla Pod right now. We'll do front. I can tell you there's a lot of lens flare that kind of comes with that. Probably not the best vlogging camera, mainly because I'm trying to look where I'm supposed to, and I'm not. And it doesn't pick up, like I said, the lens flare is pretty bad. So we got a little trail, not much. We're going to try and keep these videos short just to give you an idea of how the stabilization and stuff is in different modes. But basically, we come out on this little lake. So we're going to test, at this point, the rear. Let's go. Alright, so assuming no other strange people come walking down the same area I am, let's go ahead and test. So this is 1080p, 30 frames, HDR off, as well as the Ultra or Super Stabilization. Little trail. Sun keeps coming in and out, so that may make a difference on some of this footage, obviously. But, little lake, some geese. And we'll go back up. Okay, so now we have super stable on. This only works in 1080p. All right, so we got HDR on, stable, well, super stable off. Just in taking photos, I can tell you HDR definitely overdoes at least people. Turns them very red. Of course, this stuff can kind of be fixed in updates later, but kind of gives that typical OnePlus look, I guess. And now we're on 4K. I'm actually not going to do 4K and HDR just because, it's just going to amp up the color profile. So you know what it looks like in 1080p. Just trying to make the video as short as possible, attention span and everything. And now for the final test, the Sin 30 frames per second. For that cinematic look, and I almost fell down the trail. Okay. Looks kind of cool on the screen. Well, that's about wrap it up. Thanks for coming along with me on this little journey out in the big outdoors. More like the road by my house that has a lake by it, but hey, work with what you got. It's my motto. Anyways, later.